everyone, it's your girl Big Red coming to you today with more of a real estate reality check than a real estate reality, okay? I want to challenge y'all to get out a piece of paper and a pen. It's very old school, no calculators unless it's necessary, but write down every rental that you have ever leased and however many months, and I want you to calculate how much rent you've paid throughout your lifetime of rentals, okay? I actually did that myself. I'm not going to reveal my total here, but I rented property before I bought for 15 years. So when I lived in Montana, that's where I was born and raised, rentals were a lot cheaper back then. I moved out when I was 17, lived in a studio apartment that was $225 a month. And since then, I probably rented 6 other properties that were houses, apartments, townhomes, duplexes, even low-income housing in an apartment. And the total that I came up with is astounding to me, that I put in someone else's pocket before I got smart about buying a house, okay? So, when we decided to buy, our lease was up at our house in Florida that we were renting. My husband's Air Force, so of course that was where I went after Montana. And the rent at that house wasn't even that expensive. It was a cute little house. It was $1,025 a month. But when it was time to renew our lease, our landlord wanted to increase our rent. And at that time, we felt like what he was providing to us wasn't enough for our rent to be increased. So, I mean, we were cleaning our carpets all the time. We swore there was some type of mold up in there. So we just decided if we qualified to get into a rental with a realtor, I'm sure we would probably qualify through a similar application process to buy a house. And lo and behold, before our lease was up, we went online to some online lenders to see if we can get approved, and we did. We did end up going with a local lender that was referred to us, which made the process super easy, especially if you were a first-time home buyer. But I am so glad that we bought that first house. That was 6 years ago, because the number that I have here for renting for 15 years is $39,540. And like I told you, my rent, when I rented through that time span, was a lot cheaper than rent now. My lowest rent per month was $190 and my highest was $1,025. So I'm sure your number after you crunch it is a lot higher than what I came up with, but that's almost $40,000. That's more than people's annual income. That could be 2 annual incomes from when I was like 24 years old, okay guys? So be smarter than me and try to buy a house a lot sooner than 32 if you think you qualify. Don't be 70 years old trying to get your first one. By that time, we should own a lot of investment properties, okay? So if you are paying $12,000 a month for rent right now, $12,000. Yes, please, in my mansion with a pool. If you're paying $1,200 a month right now in your rental, that's $14,000 a year roughly. If you're paying $1,600 a month, that's about $19,000 a year. You guys are forking out almost $20,000 a year into someone else's pocket for a house that you already find less than satisfactory. So I would encourage y'all to take 5 minutes, speak to a lender, and see if you even qualify. If you don't, what's the worst that can happen? They're gonna tell you the road that you can travel in order to get there when your lease is up next, okay? So quit throwing away other people's money and try to get approved. Most loan financing types, conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, there's 2 of those options that don't even require a down payment, and most of them start your approval at a credit score of 580 and 600. It also depends on your debt to income ratio, but that's a whole nother video, okay? So even if you don't think you qualify, I encourage you to try, because a lot of people, like myself and my husband, didn't think that we would qualify. Absolutely did. And we stayed within our budget, which I would also encourage you to do if you decide to take that route and buy. But quit throwing away money, man. That's a lot of money you're throwing away every year. So that's just a quick reality check. Quit throwing away money. Start putting it into savings. Start saving it. And the facts are, you're gonna get into a home that you purchased that you actually like for cheaper than you are for paying rent, and you're gonna get a tax break. So who's the clear winner here? If y'all have questions about this video, please post them below or private message me. And if you have any suggestions on a topic I can speak about in my next video, please let me know. I hope y'all have enjoyed another real estate reality with Big Red edition. Well, I hope you guys have a fabulous day.